You guys want to see how I made my fried chicken and waffles? You're going to want to check out this video. This looks awesome. So I'm going to dig in. Check this out. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. You're checking out Grilling and Chilling with Al, and tonight I've got a cook I'm going to try. I watched this with my wife on a show called Next Level Chef. We're actually doing fried chicken and waffles for dinner tonight. I did everything from scratch. So I'm going to show you all the seasonings I had to use to make for the chicken. Now, one thing, this chicken is actually a copycat recipe from a outfit in Alabama called Chester's Chicken, and we have a bunch of them out here in the P&W. Hands down, probably the best chicken I've ever eaten. So we're actually going to try to replicate that breading and seasoning for our chicken. And then also I made a homemade buttermilk waffle batter also. And then we're going to top everything off with a honey butter drizzle just to top it off. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you the ingredients and what I've done to get ready for this cook. Everything's going to be inside in my kitchen tonight. I'm not doing anything outside. We've got pollen flying everywhere because our trees are in full bloom, and it's just, it's miserable. So we'll do it inside tonight in the Grilling and Chilling house. So stay tuned, and we're going to go over the ingredients next. Now let's go over the ingredients to make our homemade buttermilk waffles. Gonna need some buttermilk, 2 eggs, butter, sugar, baking powder, vanilla extract, and of course flour. Okay, let's get started making our batter. So we're gonna need 2 tablespoons of sugar. I've already added my 2 cups of flour. We're going to need baking soda and baking powder. Baking soda is 2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of the soda. I've got just a half a teaspoon of salt. Just gonna crack the egg. Vanilla extract, that's just 1 teaspoon. 1/3 cup melted butter. And 2 cups of buttermilk. Now we're just going to go ahead and mix it up. So I'll keep doing this for a little bit until I get it to where I want, and then I'll show you the final product. Batter is done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside, let it sit for a little bit. I did a taste test, and holy moly, I don't know if I could ever go back to package Bisquick ever again after testing this. So we will let this sit for a little bit in the fridge, and then the next time you see me, we're going to start making our waffles first, and then we will then proceed with the chicken, and then we'll finish off with our sauce. So there you go, homemade biscuit waffle batter. This is the seasoning. Let's see what we put in it. We need some sea salt, black pepper, dark chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, thyme, organic celery seeds, paprika, parsley, cayenne pepper, and some all-purpose seasoning. You also need some flour and the buttermilk. Now we're going to marinate the chicken in the buttermilk before we do our wet wash and our flour seasoning combo. And of course you'll need 2 eggs as well. So all I'm going to do with the chicken is I'm going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut them in quarters. And then I'm going to just go ahead and throw some buttermilk, except for this, into the bowl and let them marinate for a little bit. And once now I'm going to pull the chicken out of the buttermilk and put it on a cookie sheet and let it just drip dry as we start to make our seasoning. As you can tell, there's a ton of seasoning for this recipe. I'll leave a description down below of what the measurements are and what I used. So the next step to get ready for prepping your chicken, you're going to put 1.5 cups of flour and then all the seasonings in the flour, and then just mix really well, because we're going to be doing an egg wash and coating. We're going to do it twice because a lot of the recipes call for a double dipping, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. So there you go. It's ready to go. We'll whip up our eggs real quick to get the wet going, and then start frying. One of the first things you want to do is take your chicken with the buttermilk and dip it into the flour seasoning mixture first. Then take it out, coat it with the egg wash, and then put it back into the seasoning to get a good coverage before frying your chicken. Next, you want to get your oil up to about 350 degrees. Then you'll cook the chicken for about 5 minutes per side until you get an internal temperature of 165. Make sure you watch, because you can see I had a tendency to burn the bottom of the chicken. And for last, we'll be making a honey butter drizzle. to top off our fried chicken and waffles, and we'll be using some honey, vanilla, and also some butter. Very simple. Probably the easiest of the 3 ingredients that I have laid out for you. It's time for a taste test. My son says that the chicken's spot on, so that's a good sign. What do you guys think about the waffles, the homemade buttermilk waffles?
They're great. Love them.
Super fluffy and delicious.
Oh, there you go, fluffy and delicious. That came from my son. So, hey, thanks for watching. You're checking out Grill and Chilling with Al, and I'll catch you on the next cook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and see you real soon. Cheers, everyone.